We are group number 5, and to start our analysis, we are focusing on the hot drinks category, specifically the tea category in Colombia. This category includes products like black tea, green tea, and fruit or herbal infusions. According to Passport Euromonitor, this market has shown a very positive evolution, as we can see in this table. The retail value in 2020 was for 138.6 billion Colombian pesos, and by the end of 2025, it reached 208.4 billion Colombian pesos. This represents a significant growth in consumer spending over the last 5 years.
I will start with the economic variable. Colombia macroeconomic context has been a key factor in the evolution of the category. In the years before 2020, Colombia's middle class was growing, disposable income was increasing, and consumers were spending more on premium and functional beverages. However, the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 changed the situation. Inflation increased in 2022 and 2023, reaching more than 30% annually in 2022. This put pressure on the household budgets and forced many consumers to look for more affordable options. 1. Tea remained an accessible and affordable beverage compared to especially coffee. This helped attract price-sensitive consumers who were looking for a healthier and cheaper alternative. On the other hand, premium tea brands faced resistance when trying to increase prices. The category grew in rate available, but volume growth showed slow during the high inflation years. Looking ahead to 2026 and 2028, with inflation stabilizing and purchasing power gradually recovering, confirmed by the Euromonitor's Colombia 2025 reports, the tea category is expected to grow both in volume and value. Technological change and also the growth of e-commerce and digital retail. The pandemic accelerated online shopping in Colombia at an unprecedented pace. Online retail for packaged beverages, including tea, has been growing at double-digit rates. This change is important for the category because e-commerce allows smaller, premium, and herbal tea brands to reach consumers across the country without needing a large physical distribution network. Colombian herbal tea producers have used Instagram digital marketing at platforms like Rappi, Mercado Libre to expand their reach. Digital content, especially health and wellness influencers on TikTok or YouTube, has helped educate Colombian consumers about the benefits of green tea, matcha, and herbal infusion. This has contributed to the premiumization trend in the category that we will see reflected.
The fourth environmental force is political and regulatory. In 2022, Colombia introduced mandatory black octagonal warning labels for products high sugar, sodium, or fat, known as the Ley Comida Chatarra or Law 2120, which came into full effect in June 2023. Crucially, herbal teas, natural infusions, and decaffeinated tea were explicitly exempt from these labels. This gives tea a direct competitive advantage, while sugar beverage display warning seals that deter health-conscious consumers. Tea benefits from a clean label image. The third key force is social-cultural, the growing health and the wellness movement. Historically, tea in Colombia was a secondary beverage consumed medicinally or by specific groups. Over the past of the years, that changed fundamentally. Millennials and Gen Z in urban areas are now reading labels, reducing sugar intake, and seeking antioxidants. In Colombia, this has driven higher demand for green tea and herbal infusions with ginger, turmeric, chamomile, and hibiscus. This shift has also democratized the category. Tea is now consumed across all socioeconomic segments thanks to its availability and in discount retailers like the Uno or Ara. Now, will the category grow or stagnate? Based on Euromonitor passport data, the hot tea category in Colombia is projected to grow at IAC AGR of approximately 5.8%, reaching a retail value of 208 billion Colombian pesos by 2025. In summary, the category will grow and the biggest opportunities lie at the intersection of health, regulatory, and advantage and digital access. In summary, the category will grow and the biggest opportunities lie at the intersection of health, regulatory advantage, and digital access.
For the second component, we use Passport Euromonitor as our primary data source in order to find the 5 most important brands in the Colombian hot tea category. The overall category reached 208 million Colombian pesos in the retail value sales in 2025. Number 1 is Teindu, is the undisputed market leader. Its shares has been remarkably stable, 43.5% in 2022, 43.6% in 2023 and 2024, and finally 43.1% in 2025. Nearly beyond the indie line, Agrícola Himalaya also owns the premium Vitaco brand, which offers loose teas from Valle del Cauca. Number 2 is private label. The store brand teas sold by retailers like Éxito, Jumbo, Olímpica, and private label has been the fastest growing segment, from 14.2% in 2022 to 16% in 2025. This growth directly reflects the economic pressure of Colombia's high inflation years. consumers sought affordable alternatives and found them in retail-owned brands. Number 3 is Touch, owned by Grupo Nutrisa. Touch has grown from 13.4% in 2022 to 14.2% in 2025, competing in the mid-market with a health and wellness angle that resonates with active, conscious consumers. Number 4 is Jabil, owned by Grupo, a Colombian company. Jabil has been losing ground consistently, from 10.3% in 2023 down to 9.6% in 2025. This decline is directly explained by the rise of private label. Number 5 is Twinings, owned by a British multinational. It has a small but growing share, from 2.6% in 2022 to 2.9% in 2025. Even so, it targets the premium urban market. According to Euromonitor, Colombia's hot tea market is expected to grow about 7% annually, in current value 3% in real terms, from 2025 to 2030, reaching about 290 billion. Trends will continue. Touch will benefit from the wellness trend. Twinings will expand in urban premium markets, and Jabil will need to differentiate or keep losing share to cheaper options.
Now let's check what differentiates each brand in the eyes of the consumer. First, Hindu, its main differentiator is national distribution, reach, and variety. With over 20 SKUs available in formats from infusion tea bags to aromatic blends, Hindu is present in every virtually supermarket, discount store, and institutional channel in Colombia. According to company press statements published on ISSUU, they launch 2 to 3 new products every year to constantly refresh their portfolio. Second, Lipton, its differentiator is global brand recognition and consistent quality. Lipton leverages its international heritage, founded in 1890 to communicate reliability. In 2024, Lipton launched compostable tea bags as part of its sustainability commitment, reinforcing its appeal among environmentally conscious consumers. Third, Jabil, its differentiator is price accessibility and traditional trade penetration. Jabil is the preferred option in Colombia's traditional retail channel, making it the most accessible tea brand for low-income households. Fourth, Twinings, its differentiator is premium position and variety of specialty blends. Twinings offers over 300 varieties globally, and in Colombia targets the ABC1 consumer. In September 2024, Twinings launched sparkling ready-to-drink teas with functional benefits. And the fifth one, Termoaromas, its differentiator is Colombian botanical heritage and natural ingredients. It positions itself as a locally rooted brand that uses native Colombian plants and herbs, connecting with consumers who value organic and traditional remedies.
We created target audience profiles for each of the 5 brands. We use 4 types of segmentation: demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral. The beverage category like tea, where preference can vary a lot depending on the age, income level, lifestyles, and where consumers choose to buy their products. The Hindu targets a broad segment we call Don Carlos, a man or woman between 35 and 55 years old for socioeconomic levels 2 to 4. Demographically, this person falls within the middle adult age range and represents the traditional Colombian consumer. Andrea, 28 to 45 years old woman, and for socioeconomical levels 3 to 5. A professional, lives in Bogotá or Medellin, is aspirational and focused on quality. She trusts international brands and associates Lipton with reliability and conscience. A moderate drinker. She usually drinks tea in the morning or during an afternoon break. Mainly buys tea at supermarkets like Éxito or Jumbo, and she also starts to show eco-conscious behavior.
High Bell's target is Doña Rosa, a 40 to 65-year-old woman from socioeconomical levels 1 to 3. Geographically, she lives in urban and peri-urban areas at her neighborhood. Psychographically, she is practical, budget-driven, and loyal to family products. And behaviorally, she drinks tea heavily for medicinal purposes after heavy meals or when feeling sick. Twinings speaks to Valentina, a 25 to 38-year-old educated professional from socioeconomic levels 4 to 6. Psychographically, she is a wellness explorer. She researches health benefits on social media and pays premium for quality. Behaviorally, she purchases online or at specialty stores, drink tea 3 or 4 times per week, and chooses each cup in an intentionally way based on the occasion. Finally, Termoaroma's audience, Santiago, a 22 to 40-year-old man, economic levels 3 to 5, living in any Colombian city. Psychographically, Santiago is driven by ecological values, natural medicine, and Colombian identity. A committed clean label consumer. Behaviorally, he drinks herbal tea daily as part of his wellness routine and actively recommends products on social media.